Hi everybody, it's Natasha Carthew here. I'm just want to spend a few moments telling you about a new piece that I've written as part of my residency at Exeter Custom House. I wrote this piece of writing on the banks of the River Exe, and it was a accumulation of a few things really, one of which was the wild writing workshops that I was doing at the time, including ecofiction, and also some work that I was doing alongside the Met Office. So this piece is called River Running Over, and it deals with drought. All week they stood and stared into the abyss, forgetful, trying to remember something, scratch at their heads until they found a scab to pick, and something fell loose. The right idea, the right thought, the one that made the most sense said, here, somewhere here, is what we miss. I see this from where I drift, my good eye milky but moving, gone over with slow filmic shutter speed, plastic bags, the new world seaweed. I see things differently now. Oil on something. What was it? Each day they crept up the same way, hands and paws patting the ground, feeling around for the unfamiliar press of a puddle. Their tongues thick with the shit and grit of question after question. They didn't get it. What had they done when they knew what well? What could they do? They asked this often. Some days when spit aloud they shouted it. Nothing was the answer. It was nearly over. I told them this despite my thick lip, split from the battle of hit and miss. I am drunk, but not the good kind. Too many times punched, they finally did what I knew they would. I'm down, 0 to ground, almost out. All week, every month and year, each decade, I have lost time to that ticking bomb. No matter how I clear my head of fag ends and the lids of Costa coffee cups, try to remember the boats and the bustle, the rope and the rigging and the trade coming in on a spring wind. I miss the swing of things. Sometimes I hear them talk about the seasons, words trickling into my good ear where the tar is not so thick. They say how they miss the winter storms, how they hated the floods, but despite this neat heat, they despise it more. I agree. Once I tried to show them. I shrank, dropped down into something manageable, something they could use, could carry. At first I thought they loved me, took me home in buckets to covet. They brought me into their lives like I was the eighth wonder. Turns out I am. Close to God. I have some memory of what was said. Sink, toilet, kettle, pathogens, flower bed. Yesterday I learnt a new word, shouted out from kids sticking a dog dead centre in my belly. The word was drought. It made me shake despite the heat. Meandering muscle memory had me lose myself. Few drops left. Remembrance returned and put upon the quayside the men in their rough-handled hats and the women in their heavy skirts, hitching up against my banks. I learnt the words like they were my words. Carding, spinning, kersey, serge, long wool, fleece. One summer I met a deaf girl who worked the mill, used to talk when she thought no one was listening. I was, always. Feet catching the drift of me, head in the clouds. She had lost her hearing at the shuttle side, me my sense of touch. Together we met and looked up at the sky, made memories of the anvil clouds, wished upon the same occasional rainbow. Beautiful, colourful, water in, water out. Like breath, it ripped the heavens open. Now nothing. Sky baited, everybody waiting. Tragic. Today I woke in the knowledge that this would be my last day. Could feel it in the way my skin peeled revealed the bones that had contained me, more rust than rock. The Devon earth that had stayed with me all these years was crumbling, folding, packing up and going home. So long. Years, months, days down to a fine trickle. This is it. This is all there is. I have come to realize one thing. They will miss me more than I could ever miss them. Their thirst for how things used to be will make me smile from beyond my refraction. My laugh drawn out in perfect fine arc lines, running. No tears, no water to cry. The death of them will be shocking, but worth it. And the tragedy of what they knew as water, river, will be over. Thank you.